Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and I wanted to take a moment really quickly to go over the Dreamlike Fantasy set number 1 and 2 because I had a couple people hit me up asking if I was gonna buy any of them because I did talk about them briefly in the patch notes. So let's actually jump right into it. Let's waste no time. From the first set that we got with you see right here, Wing King, Fighter Diane, Goddess Elizabeth, and the Lost Vein Meliodas. Now, Lost Vein Meliodas and Goddess Elizabeth are meta characters. They're gonna be meta characters forever. Well, forever is a very interesting word to use because with Assault Meliodas coming out, you're probably gonna run Assault Meliodas over Lost Vein Meliodas because you can't use them on the same team. But still, it doesn't mean this character is gonna lose value anytime soon. He's still a very dangerous character. You have to pick your plays carefully when he's on the field. You crit on him, you rank him up, he can retaliate with big damage from his attack cards, and then he rushes his ultimate and then wipe your own team. Like, he's just a strong character overall, right? However, if you did spend money or you did spend gems picking up cosmetics for him previously, you have to keep that in mind that you don't need the full set for the Dreamlike Fantasy. It does give you slightly better stats, and I am thinking about getting it, but I don't think you need it, right? So first and foremost, look at the stats here. He gets resistance and crit defense, which is really good for Lost Vein Meliodas, right? Because he's gonna get crit on a lot, so you want to keep his crit defense high so that when people crit on him, he takes as little damage as possible. If you guys don't know what crit defense does, it basically makes it so that when your opponents crit on you, you take less damage. Natively, he has pretty high crit defense. You can see he's at 85%, but you want to stack it as much as possible. Resistance works very similar to defense. It lowers the amount of damage you take from any kind of attack. So resistance and crit defense for Lost Vein Meliodas is a very good thing. And if you didn't upgrade any of his pieces previously, it would be a good idea to pick this set up. However, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece maxed out. If I didn't have them maxed out, I would have probably replaced I would say I would replace probably this piece just because it gives me resistance and crit defense, and it gives me less. So I would get 1% of both, but I don't think it's worth it for me because I already have this maxed out. Right? This came out months ago, so if you're just now getting Lost Vein Meliodas, it would be a good idea for you to get this piece instead and upgrade it because it gives you 1% more stats. That's pretty much the only reason to, well, it looks pretty cool, I guess, and it's something different, right? But besides that, I don't think there's any reason for me to pick it up, so I'm not going to. Now, moving on to the weapons. The weapons are really good for Lost Vein Meliodas because crit damage is really nice. He has crit chance and crit damage there. He has pierce and crit damage, crit chance and crit damage. I think this is the one you would want to replace if you're going to pick this one up. Right, so this one gives you 2% of both. This one gives you 3% pierce and 2% crit damage. So you can see right here, they slightly buffed the crit chance, but kept the crit damage the same. So if you didn't upgrade this weapon before, you can buy this one and you can get 2% more crit chance. But for me, buying this weapon just to give myself 2% more crit chance, it's not worth it to me. So that is pretty much the reason why I'm not going to buy the full set. Now keep in mind, even though right now, to buy this Dreamlike Fantasy set for Lost Vein Meliodas, you need to spend money. In a week, when the original sale ends, you're going to be able to buy these pieces individually. And that's when I'm actually going to buy this headpiece because as you can see, I'm at 4 out of 5 for the headpieces. So this is what I'm going to actually pick up from the entire set. I don't think I'm going to buy the other pieces. I don't really care for how it looks personally. I think it looks kind of goofy. That's just me. But 2% lifesteal is actually pretty nice. And more so than that, the 1410 HP is really good. Plus, once you upgrade it, you're going to get even more HP, which is going to bump up your CC and bump up your survivability, right? So you definitely want to have 5 out of 5 of everything for your characters, especially if you use them a lot. And Lost Vein Meliodas is a character that I am going to be using a lot. So, well, when Assault Melee drops, I'll still use him. So I still think it's worth it, but I don't think it's worth me spending the $30 that it would be for me to pick up the full set. And I think you guys should consider that as well if you have the cosmetics maxed out. I don't think 2% more crit chance and 1% more resistance and 1% more crit, what is it, crit, where's the other one, this one, 1% more resistance and 1% more crit defense is worth 60 gems if you're buying the pieces individually, or I would say 20 bucks, because each piece is valued, I would say, about at $10, plus you get the what you call it, the diamonds with the bundle. So that's just my 2 cents on the Dreamlike fantasy set for Lost Vein Meliodas. Moving on to Goddess Elizabeth. Goddess Elizabeth, I don't have all of her pieces upgraded just yet, or at least, no, yeah, I don't have the weapons updated yet. So this is actually a good situation for me because of the fact that these pieces right here start off with SSR. To get an SSR piece up to UR costs you 60 of these materials, right? These cosmetic upgrade materials. So buying this piece for Goddess Elizabeth is actually really good because you'll make it so that I only need to spend 30 cosmetic materials, like upgrade materials, to upgrade her weapon. And obviously I'm missing a headpiece because all these characters came out with 4 headpieces. It's a marketing strategy that they like to use to sell additional sets in the future, right? So for this one, obviously I have to get the headpiece because of the fact that it offers lifesteal, which lifesteal is really good. Even though Elizabeth isn't the hardest hitting character, when she does hit, you do want her to just be natively healing more than the opponents if you have the cosmetics, and they don't. So that's pretty good. So this piece right here, I don't really need, even though it's going to give me, I believe, 1% more. Yep, you see, 1% more resistance and crit defense. I don't need that. But I think overall, the value of purchasing this for cash is greater than the value that it is purchasing the Dreamlike fantasy set for cash for Meliodas, just because I don't have all of her weapons fully upgraded, and it would save me some more. So I might pick this one up for cash and save myself some diamonds, because otherwise I'm going to spend 60 diamonds to pick up the individual pieces for her. So these are things you need to consider. Do you have all the weapons upgraded already? Do you have all the bodies upgraded already? If you didn't, then it might be better to buy the whole set because you get a full set of UR, right? But overall, the headpiece, okay? Moving on to King. Where's my King? I recently got my King up to 80. And I still need to give him, like, what you call it, all his masteries. There he is. So moving on to King. He has crit defense and resistance, and I wouldn't replace the crit resistance one. So right here, I guess it's the easy choice, right? You replace the SSR piece for the UR piece, which saves you the cosmetic upgrade materials and gives you more stats, 1% more resistance and 2% more crit defense. So you should probably do that, to be honest with you. Even though he doesn't have the highest crit defense, saving the cosmetic upgrade materials, it's actually saving yourself a lot of time. And like I said, you don't have to buy it for cash. You could just wait until it comes in the store for gems. I don't know if it's gonna stay permanently, right? These actually, I don't think these Dreamlike fantasy sets stay permanently in the shop. I think they're gonna come back in the future. So when they're off sale for money and they start selling them for gems, you should definitely think about the characters you're gonna use the most and pick those ones up, okay? But for me personally, I'm gonna pick up this piece for the boy. And his weapons, because he got released with 4 weapons. This one's actually pretty good. Crit damage and crit chance, 4%. And since he only has 4, you kind of have to pick this up. So just like with Elizabeth, this one makes more sense for me to buy for cash. And if you didn't max him out, it makes more sense to, well, if you're a spender, right? It's if you're a spender. If you're a spender, it makes more sense to buy this one for cash if you didn't already fully upgrade all the cosmetics, because it's going to save you from upgrading a stupid SSR piece, because those things are super expensive to upgrade. And this one right here, obviously you want to replace this thing that you get from the affinity. Kind of sucks because it means his affinity item is basically useless within like 2 weeks of him being released. But it is what it is. Recovery rate versus recovery rate and lifesteal, it's a no-brainer. You definitely want to replace that. All right, cool. And then the last one that most people might think about skipping, which you should not, right, is actually for my girl Diane. Where is she? Where's my my Matrona? I bought it, by the way. I bought the full set. She's so fine. Okay, where the heck is it? I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm trying to find a character, man, it's always so hard. Oh, there she is, my baby. Look at her, boys. She fine. Hey, she fine. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Now respect it, goddammit. Anyways, I still gotta give Deanne UI gear. It's crazy. I'm one of the only people out there who don't. I actually have to make a video on the gear system later today. But anyways, let's jump in. You see, Deanne has a lot of cosmetics, right? Deanne has a lot of cosmetics. She's not like the festival units that we've been talking about. So just keep that in mind. You probably have a lot of SSR pieces for her, right? But this piece is actually pretty good. This one right here, it gives you 3% resistance and 3% crit defense. The resistance and the crit defense is actually pretty good for her, just because this Diane is a tank unit, right? She's a tank unit, and the best thing about her is literally this thing that increases her defense related stats by 200%. So the higher her base defense stats are, like her crit defense, her resistance, right, her crit resistance, her defense overall, the higher that is, the better she's going to be as a character, because her whole purpose is to tank hits for the team while you either push ultimate with your other character or you kill them off if you're using like Sariel. Like, you basically protect a unit with her by just taunting and then just burst with your offensive units, and she's gonna be really good. She's gonna get way more play once the one Escanor drops, because people are just gonna put her on the team to tank the one Escanor's attacks, because the one relies on critting on you, and the higher her defense related stats are, the less likely the one is going to crit on her, and then you can just basically protect your other units from the one, since he's a single target attack unit, right? So building up your Diane now and getting really good cosmetics that give her really good substats is not a bad idea. Obviously, this headpiece is going to give you lifesteal, which is good, so when she attacks, she can keep shielding herself. And since you're going to want to use Tarmiel of the Ocean with her to make it so that, look at this. In case you guys don't know what Tarmiel does, and another reason why this guy's amazing, his grace. When taking damage during the enemy turn, the hero recovers HP equal to 150% of defense at the start of the next turn. So the higher your defenses is, or are rather, on your Diane, the more she's gonna heal if you put Tarmiel as a link for her. So getting this piece of cosmetics to give her more defense related stats so she doesn't die is actually really good. The attack piece for her is good as well, right? Crit damage and crit chance, but she's not really there to do a bunch of damage. She's there to take a bunch of hits. So you could realistically skip out on the weapons if you don't feel like it. So you could just buy the headpiece for the lifesteal and the body for the crit defense and the crit and the resistance rather. So these are things you need to consider. But anyways, that being said, those are my thoughts on the Dreamlike Fantasy set number 1. Good luck on your purchases, because yeah, diamonds diamonds. We don't have it like that with all these banners dropping left, right, and center, but some of these units are really good. We're gonna go over this one in the next video, so look out for that. These guys though, these guys are gonna be on sale next week, so for diamonds, right now they're being sold for cash. You already bought them, so you might want to save some diamonds for them. All right, see you guys in the next one. Peace.